How's it going, guys? So we're here at not always gaming, at Enjoy. We just had a League Cup, and we had 32 people in the League Cup. We played 5 rounds of Swiss and then Top Cut. And I have with me Mark Garcia. And what place did you get today?
I got first.
Cool, perfect. And what were you running today?
I was running Gardevoir.
Cool, perfect. All right, so we're gonna get into the deck profile and see what he was running in his deck today. All right, so for your Pokemon lineup, what were you running?
Cool. So I ran 4 routes, 2 Curlia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I ran 4 routes, 2 Curlia, 3 Gardevoir, and 1 Gallade.
Okay, okay, perfect. And do you feel consistent with just running the 2 Curliers? I know some lists run the 3 for the more consistencies, and also because people are running the Sylveon EX. Did you feel okay with just running the 2?
Yeah, so I felt okay. Like I feel like the minimum you should play is 2. I've seen a lot of lists play 3. The only reason why I like 2 is because you have, my Sylveon line, and also 4 rare candies. So it's more of like, a tempo deck, essentially. So I don't play Niantic, so I rather just you have 1 Gardevoir line that has a Curlia, and then if I could rare candy the other routes into a Gardevoir, then that just justifies the 2 Curlias.
Perfect. All right. What else are you running?
Okay, sure. I also ran a 1/1 Sylveon, and I know most list plays 2. I like it because I also play a Vulpix, and so what this means is if I go first, my Bridget will be an Eevee and 2 routes.
Right.
If I go second, then my Bridget will be two routes and a Vulpix. So it makes me optimize, the turns that I'm playing, because if I do go first and I get a T1 Sylveon, I know I'm not gonna attack. So next turn I'm able to Magical Ribbon. So I want to utilize an attack or the following turn.
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah. So I didn't want to overcommit 2/2 because I also have different tech cards. And usually if I have 1 Eevee and I see the Sylveon in my deck, then I know all I need is I only usually play 1/1 or 1 Sylveon in the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Standard 3 Tapu Leles. Really want to aim for that turn 1 Bridget and then mid game to late game Guzmas.
Yes.
So I try to make this deck as consistent as possible. There were several games where I started Tapu Lele, but I was able to get an Ultra Ball the following turn, or search for another one because I had ran 3.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. And then I ran 2 Remoraid and 1 Artillery. I really wanted to play this deck with Artillery. I think it's like a really good combo where you keep drawing and at the same time you're attacking, putting a lot of pressure with Gardevoir, and so their out is really to end you, but you have Artillery to counter that,
to kind of bounce back if you get end late turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like Oranguru was worth a spot, so I rather just people usually just do a 1/1 and then 1 Oranguru. But I really wanted to not commit to an Artillery line, but just have 2 Remoraids just so I could start it, and then 1 Artillery.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So for your supporter line.
Supporter line. Cool. So my draw cards, right, are 4N and then 4 Sycamore.
Cool. For the consistency.
For the consistency, yeah. I feel like all Gardevoir decks should play 4N, 4 Sycamore. Especially when you're playing against Garb decks, you can't rely on your abilities, and so you really want to optimize the draw cards.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like any other draw support really helps Gardevoir. I mean, you can't play Mallow because what if you're Garb block, and you can't really use Gallade's attack or Gallade's ability.
Right.
And so I don't use my GX attack a lot, so I can't play Hala. So this is the only 2 draw cards that I feel like this is a staple.
Cool. Perfect.
And then I play obviously 1 Bridget. In regionals I would probably play 2, but I really wanted to risk it and play the minimum without hurting the consistency. And so I played one Bridget. In any case where I do prize it, I'd rather just get an Ultra Ball for an Eevee and then just hope to set up through Magical Ribbon.
Right.
But I only needed one Bridget because you would play that first turn and you don't want to see it ever again.
Yeah. It's usually what happens with Bridget.
Right.
So.
And then I played 3 Guzma. I really didn't want to start a Guzma, so I didn't want to play 4 to overcommit it. But I did want to play a heavy count of Guzma and essentially use Twilight GX to reuse the Guzmas.
Perfect. That's actually a good combo right there.
Yeah. Cool. And then onto my trainers or items and stadiums. I'll go and went ahead and played 1 Rescue Stretcher for my recovery. I've seen some decks play 1 Super Rod or 2 Stretchers. I felt like I could just use Stretcher and then in any case use Twilight GX to bring the Pokemon back.
Right.
And so I never really had trouble with my energies. You really want to conserve your energies, and so I didn't want to play Super Rod. And also for those T1 kills, right, when Galissapod or Drampa really rushes you, I'd rather just get the Ralts back into my deck or my hand and just place it down as opposed to having to search it again in the deck. I played 2 Choice Bands and 2 Field Blowers. 2 Choice Bands is really the standard. It's essentially like another energy card.
Right.
And so you attach to Gardevoir, and it helps you really balance the board state because you don't want to overcommit a lot of energies to a Gardevoir, especially when you're playing Mirror. So this lets you be aggressive, but at the same time be defensive in the energy hands. Yeah. And then 2 Field Blowers because today I saw a couple of Gardevoir decks, and also I saw a lot of Volcanians with those Fighting Fear Belts,
right,
and then the Gardevoir decks with the Parallel Cities. And so if I could just play 1 more Field Blower to help me, improve in those matchups and make it a little bit more in my favor, then I'll definitely play 1 more of that card.
Okay, and that's why you ran 2 instead of the 1.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And then for consistency, I played 4 Rare Candy and then 4 Ultra Ball. Cool. 4 Rare Candy is really needed in this deck, especially when decks play Espeon. And so gotta play that 4 Rare Candy to respond for that Espeon kill, and then 4 Ultra Ball just the standard in every deck.
Right, nice.
And also I did run a couple of tech cards. So because I'm playing in Vancouver, I don't want to reveal my tech cards, but I did play some of these cards, and I'll show you, but I don't want to give you the counts and a lot of them, but this is some cards that I would want to show. Is I played also some sort of max potion, and I also played Parallel City. I don't want to give the counts, but these 2 combined literally won me a lot of my games today. There were parts when I played Galissapod where we went into time, and I had 2 damage EXs in my bench, and I used the bench to put it my way and discarded the 2 damage Pokemon. That way he couldn't win by time. And then also Max Potion really helps in the trades. They think that they could just 2-shot or use an Espeon to beat Gardevoir, but if I could just counter that by playing Max Potion, and then a lot of times I use Max Potion energy to do Twilight and bring that Max Potion back. So it really resets the clock and them having to use a lot of resources.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's really good.
And then last but not least, I ran my energy counts. I played 4 plus 4 fairies, and then 4 DCs. I don't know, I didn't want to play 7-4. I think 8 is the perfect number for fairies, and then 4 DCs is awesome because I could attack with Gallade, tap Balele, and then really just stack a Gardevoir if I want to have checkmate.
Nice. And then the reason why you're running 8 energies as well is because there's not much energy recovery, so you're not running Super Rods, you're not running Fisherman.
Right.
So you kind of need the extra energy in there for the more consistency.
Yeah, and if I don't have an energy in my hand turn 1, that's essentially a bad turn 1. So I really want to capitalize. Instead of seeing a Super Rod in my hand turn 1, I'd rather see an energy.
Right. So that makes sense. That's really good.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm playing in Vancouver, so I have 2 additional tech cards. But if you want to, know the tech cards, you can always hit up PokemonHero or hit me up after the Vancouver.
Okay, guys, so that was the deck profile.
Oh, yep, and someone's PC.
And someone's PC. So that was the deck profile right there, guys.
You can leave the numbers on.
Alright, guys, so that was pretty much the deck profile right there. What was one of your toughest matchups during the day?
Well, actually, I started the tournament 0-1-1. And then so I tied my first round against a mirror match, like exactly a mirror match. And it was just magical riveting for 5 turns.
Oh.
And so I had the board game, like I had the board state. But the thing is, time was called, and so I can't, you really have to monitor your time, and I wasn't, monitoring my time as much as I should be. And then my loss today was actually Oscar Morales, who I played in top 8. But I lost in the second round to Oscar because I think I played it bad, where I went for like, my bench was consistent. It was Vulpix, Sylveon, and Octillery, and then I only had like 2 bench spaces for Gardevoir, essentially for routes. And so he was literally capitalizing that without attacking my other tech cards, and so it really like hindered me early game, and I really couldn't get Gardevoir set up.
And what was Oscar Morales running?
He was running Galissapod.
Okay.
And so he did pretty well today. Yeah.
Cool, perfect. All right, and we're gonna see you up in Vancouver next week, correct?
Yeah, I'll be in Vancouver.
Cool, perfect. Hopefully you go out there and you get a win. Yeah. We're always hoping for the best for everyone that's on the channel. So yeah. With that said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video if anyone's interested in seeing the list for first place at the League Cup at Enjoy. Guys, also check out someone's PC. They have amazing articles posted every day. Every day they're posting something interesting that will help you if you're trying to pick up new decks or looking for deck lists or anything of that sort. So yeah. With that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Thanks.